Alright, guys, so I've been studying here in the library for the past 2 hours, and I won't really be vlogging much today, but I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how to balance fasting in Ramadan as a medical student, especially as a final year MBBS student. And now that I have my med school finals in less than 2 months, it's extremely important to create a good balance between fasting and studying, because the question I get asked the most is how exactly do you balance these two? And I've made multiple videos about this previously as well, but if I had to talk about like two things, if there were two tips I would give, first of all, it would be number one, mindset. You need to have the right mindset, guys, because back in the days, Muslims used to fast while in battle. If they can be in a war, in a battle, and fast, then trust me, guys, having exams or even studying for exams is nothing compared to all that. That's number one. So you need to have the right mindset for fasting. You can't be thinking that's gonna be easy. Remember, easy is for everybody. Difficult is for like that one those 1% of people. So if you want to be the best, if you want to strive for the best, if you want to be one of those 1% people, then you have to make sure that you also are ready for the struggle. And that's the biggest tip. Have the right mindset. Think that back in the days, people used to do it in way harder conditions, and now in 2024, it's really not that hard. And exams or studying for exams is not really a good enough excuse to not fast. That's number one. If you have this mindset, then it just gets so much easier. Number two, creating urgency. So while fasting, we have, hours in the day where our energy levels are quite low, um, and then you have other hours where your energy levels are quite high. For me personally, my energy levels really drop down to almost zero a couple of hours before I break my fast. In the morning, especially, I'm very fresh, my energy levels are high, and that's when I need to get most of my studying done. So, this creates that urgency in my mind that, okay, I need to get the work done before I reach my slumping hours, before I start getting tired, before I start losing my concentration, um, before my blood glucose starts to fall. And this way I'm able to be a lot more effective, because I know that okay, I have to get this amount of work done, I have to get these and these chapters done, I have to get so and so many exam questions done before my slumping hours start. So that really helps me to be a lot more effective. So create urgency and identify your slumping hours versus your active hours. So my active hours, to summarize, my active hours are in the morning, and hence I need to get most of the work done during my active hours. So when you have this urgency created, that also sort of applies the psychological principle that we call, the Parkinson's law, which basically states that the more time you have in your hands, the lazier you get. So if you know that okay, I have the whole day to study, then you will actually spend the whole day studying. Whereas on the other hand, if you know that okay, I only have a given amount of hours to study and get all this work done, then you will find some way to get all that work done during those hours. So it's a really good application of the Parkinson's law as well. So yeah, number one, having the right mindset. Number two, creating urgency and practicing the Parkinson's law. That's gonna really help you a lot when it comes to balancing med school and fasting during Ramadan. And trust me, guys, exams is not a good enough excuse for not fasting. So these two principles have been an inherent part of my life ever since I have been fasting, and not like brag. It's not to brag, but I have never skipped fasting during the exam season. Even in like high school, when I was taking sitting my exams, my final exams in high school, and those exams were basically to determine whether or not I get my admission into med school here in Norway or not. Even then, I was fasting while taking those exams. Like I appeared on the day of exam while fasting. So the point being that it's not such a big deal as we mostly make it out to be. Um, with the right mindset, you will go very far.